Her mother had just died, when her stepfather immediately sent the 15-year-old girl to an orphanage and confessed the shocking truth. "I only married your mother to wait for her to die." But 3 years later, when Emily returned home, she was devastated to discover strangers living in her own house. It turns out Harlan had orchestrated the perfect scheme, hiring a fake Emily to steal the entire multi-million-dollar inheritance her mother left behind. But this deceiver never expected that the orphan girl now had a special ally, a young police officer ready to help her reclaim justice. Will Emily be able to turn the tables and make the betrayer pay the ultimate price? "I don't want to go to the orphanage. Why can't I stay here? This is Mom's house." Victor winced. "What? Are you suggesting I take guardianship over you? You're a complete stranger to me, just like I'm to you. What's the big deal about staying there? It's only 3 years. It's not my fault you have no family left." Emily looked at him, with eyes full of tears. No, he wasn't joking. He really planned to send her to the orphanage. "I can live alone. I know how to do everything, and you won't have to watch over me. Mr. Harlan, please, for Mom's sake." He stared at her intently for a long moment. "I don't get it. Are you really this naive, or just pretending? Do you actually believe someone marries a sick woman out of love? Why would I need her? I knew she was going to die. I could barely wait. So, you're off to the orphanage, and now I can finally live like a normal person and have some fun." Emily stared at him in horror.
How?
How could he say that? Mom trusted him, loved him, and Emily had been glad that at least her final days were happy. When the guardianship people arrived, she wasn't crying anymore. Harlan saw her to the door with a smile. The girl paused on the threshold, looked at him, and said, "I'll definitely come back here." Harlan smirked. "Yeah, that's unlikely." She grabbed her bag with her things and followed the woman out. Once they were in the car, the woman glanced at her. "Don't worry, life throws all sorts at you, and karma works too." That woman from guardianship was right. Almost 3 years flew by unnoticed. Probably thanks to Emily's character, she managed to truly befriend the kids who'd been in the orphanage for a long time. She didn't act superior, did the same chores as everyone else. Or maybe it was because right from the first day, she got a protector from the oldest group. That was Ethan. Ethan, whom the staff feared and the kids respected. Ethan wasn't just really smart, he was strong, handsome, and fair. But Emily learned all that later. On her first day, she saw some guy, clearly another kid from the home, quietly snag a staff member's phone and rummage through it. Oh, how furious she got. She marched over, snatched the phone, and started scolding him. Ethan looked at her in astonishment, then burst out laughing. "Squirt, where'd you come from? Mind your own business. Hand over the phone, or you'll be in real trouble." "No way. I'll give it back to who it belongs to." With one move, Ethan twisted her arm and easily took the phone back. He tapped a couple more times, quickly shoved it into the bag, then grabbed Emily's hand and practically dragged her outside. "What do you think you're doing?" He eyed her with interest. "Listen, why aren't you screaming or flailing like all the other girls?" Emily shot back angrily. "You won't get that from me." Then she deftly and painfully kicked him in the shin. Ethan howled. "Are you crazy? I just want to explain." "Explain what?" "How you dig through other people's bags." Ethan sighed deeply, then looked at her. "All right, here's the deal. Either shut up or you'll never know anything." Emily didn't want to shut up, but she desperately wanted to know. She made a huge effort and went silent. "We got this new kid. His mom killed his dad when he attacked her in a drunken rage. Long story short, he went after the mom, the kid, Jake, tried to defend her. Dad grabbed him by the throat, totally wasted. If Mom hadn't grabbed the axe, Jake wouldn't be walking this earth. They locked her up, and now he blames himself. We all get it. He needs time to heal. Give him that time. But this staff lady whose phone I took, she hates him. Wants to ship him off to the psych ward as unstable. So she keeps filming his outbursts. That's what I delete. She's taken that phone to repair twice already. Might end up in the ward herself." Emily gazed at Ethan in awe. "Oh, I'm so sorry. Listen, if you ever need help, just say. I don't care about anything either. From that day, they became best friends. It was a shame Ethan was in his last year there. Only he knew everything about her situation, how Harlan had treated her, and that she was a wealthy heiress. Wait, you said no relatives and your mom was from an orphanage too?
Yeah.
She told me she decided early on to achieve everything. While others rested, she studied. Always like that. Got into college on her own, worked nights, opened a small bakery, then another. She was so determined, fought the illness to the end. And you accepted it? I accepted it long ago. Yeah, it happens. I saw how much pain she was in, how she suffered, so I knew death would be a relief. Man, you're strong. I probably couldn't. You could. You just haven't been there. Ethan, where's your family? God knows. You don't know your dad, but I know no one. They brought me here, gypsies or someone unrelated. I don't even know if I'm local. They sat under the oak by the gates. It was getting dark. Today was Ethan's last day. How will I manage without you, Em?
What?
I believe in you. I'll do my army service, come back, and you'll be all grown up. Yeah, sure you'll come back. Like I believe that. In the morning, Ethan said goodbye to everyone and walked out the gates. Somehow, unofficially, all his leadership among the kids passed to Emily. That's why time flew, like it was being chased. The day came when Emily walked out those gates too. She breathed deeply. It seemed no one held her by force, and she went out every day. But then she knew she had to return. Now she was free. Even the air felt different. She reached her hometown only by evening. Caught a lucky ride that dropped her right there. They even fed her and gave her a note with their address. Kid, if anything goes wrong there, come straight to us. We'll make a bed. Our house is small, but there's room for all. The woman smiled, and Emily wanted to hug her for calling her kid, for the kindness. Thank you so much. But what could happen if it's just Dusty? Now Emily stood before her house, confused. People were living there. She rang the bell. The door opened. A woman stared at her. Who are you looking for?
Who are you?
This is my house. Girl, got nothing better to do? Bored? I can call the police. Her house. Do you even know what this costs?
Get out while I'm nice.
Emily stepped back. Getting arrested on her first day out of the orphanage? No thanks. But she needed to understand what happened. She pulled out the note with the address. Good idea. Think it over, then go where you need tomorrow. Emily looked glumly at the woman. Where do I need, Aunt Clara? Where else? To the notary, of course. They're tricky. Find the one by your last name. Or he'll find who handled it. In the morning, Emily stood at the office doors. She didn't search by last name, remembered she and Mom visited one once. Mom signed something saying, main thing is my girl gets everything she needs. So Emily was sure it was the will. She was already sick then, but Harlan wasn't in their lives yet. Hello. The man in glasses looked up. Hello. What time's your appointment? I'm not scheduled. I came to check. My mom died, and I think you have the will. She left me something. Why me? I remember us, but it was long ago. What's your mom's name? Sophia Hayes. The man removed his glasses. Kidding?
No. Why?
I'm Emily Hayes. See my documents, birth certificate, everything. I left the orphanage yesterday, went home, and strangers are there. But I'm sure Mom wouldn't leave me homeless. Sit down, give me your docs. He checked long, left, returned with a woman. They pored over papers. They brought her tea. Emily tried not to interrupt. She sensed something wrong, and it felt like Harlan was behind it. Finally, the notary sat, exhausted. In my career, first time. People claiming inheritance get vetted hard. But here, Mr. Harlan brought Emily, Sophia Hayes' daughter. Tense relationship. They put on a whole show, argued over every penny. No one suspected they were in it together. But the truth? Stepdads like that come often. I don't know how this proceeds yet. Got a place to stay? I'll call police, but these cases take time. Yeah, kind people took me in. Then I'm calling. He picked up the phone, held it, then dialed. Police arrived in 15 minutes. A plainclothes man, investigator, and 2 uniformed guys. Emily, You barely out and already police? She stared stunned at one guy, Ethan. 5 minutes later, he asked, "So, they stole your house?" The investigator eyed Ethan. "Can you confirm she had a house?"
Yeah, sure.
"Can find witnesses?"
Can't hide that.
"True. All right, Emily, tell everything from the start." They left the office in the dark. Emily sighed. Aunt Clara's house was across town.
Em WLL Drive U.
"Were you going this late?" The man nodded. They piled into the police car. Aunt Clara waited at the gate. "Oh, Emily, something happened." "Yeah, Aunt Clara, it's all tangled. Police will sort it." "Can I stay?" "Won't bother." "What are you saying?" "Stay as long as needed." Scoundrels, robbing an orphan. How do they think of it? They called Emily to the station a week later. "Well?" "Called." Ethan raced over, chattering the whole way about busting Harlan on a mission. "Ethan, so it's him?" Ethan looked surprised. "You're funny. Like that fake Emily just wandered in." Harlan was cocky. "What you charging me with?" "No idea who that girl getting the inheritance was. Ask the notary. We nearly killed each other." "Where she came from?" "Don't know. Didn't care." "So you didn't notice it wasn't Emily?" "Seemed similar. Didn't look much at the real one." The investigator noted the protocol, then looked at Ethan. "Bring her in." Ethan left, returned with a girl vaguely like Emily. She lunged at Harlan. "Where's my money?" "You promised to pay." Said no problems. "I'm not going down. I'll tell everything." Harlan paled. He never imagined they'd find that second-rate actress from a provincial theater, more like a community center, and bring her right here. 2 months later, Emily returned to her house. Harlan's accounts had enough to repay the buyers. The rest went to fines. Of course, most of the inheritance was squandered, but now Harlan faced a long sentence, plus repaying. Ethan toured the rooms.
Wow.
"Thought you exaggerated a bit." Emily, setting the table, laughed. "What, disappointed?" "No, just weird. No one I know is this well off." "Ethan, pour the wine while I change." For today, Emily prepared carefully, bought a dress, practiced makeup. When she emerged, Ethan gasped. "You, and what?" "It's me." He shook his head. "I know, just didn't realize you were like this." Emily stepped close. "I just wanted to remind you, when I skinned my knee and cried, you said if I didn't stop, you wouldn't marry me. So I stopped." You'd really marry someone like me?" "I'm just a regular cop. Good pay's far off." "And you're you." "Ethan, does any of this change who I am?" Ethan smiled, pulled her close. "How do you always break it down so simply?" "Listen, I want a girl and a boy." Emily nodded. "Me too, but after school." Agreed. By her thesis defense, they were not just husband and wife, but parents-to-be in 5 minutes. A new beginning. Emily and Ethan settled into their reclaimed home, transforming it into a sanctuary of love and stability. Emily, now 21, enrolled in a prestigious university, pursuing a degree in business administration to honor her mother's legacy as a determined entrepreneur. Ethan, dedicated to his role as a police officer, quickly rose through the ranks due to his sharp instincts and unwavering sense of justice. Their bond, forged in the hardships of the orphanage, grew stronger with each shared challenge and triumph. Their first child, a spirited girl named Sophia after Emily's mother, arrived shortly after Emily's graduation. 2 years later, they welcomed a son, Lucas, whose laughter filled the house with joy. Emily, with her business acumen, revived her mother's bakery chain, expanding it into a community hub that offered jobs and mentorship to local youth, especially those from orphanages. She made it her mission to give others the support she once needed. Justice and redemption. Harlan, serving a lengthy sentence, faced the consequences of his deceit. The actress he hired, desperate to clear her name, cooperated fully with authorities, revealing more of Harlan's shady dealings. This led to the recovery of additional funds, which Emily used to establish a scholarship fund for orphan children, ensuring they had opportunities she had fought for. The community praised her generosity, and the scholarship became a beacon of hope, named Sophia's Light, in memory of her mother. Ethan, now a detective, spearheaded initiatives to protect vulnerable youth from scams like the one Emily endured. His work earned him commendations, but he remained humble, always crediting Emily's resilience as his inspiration. Together, they advocated for stronger legal protections for minors' inheritances, ensuring no one else would suffer as Emily had. A family legacy. As years passed, Emily and Ethan's home became a gathering place for friends from the orphanage, including Jake, who had found peace through therapy and now worked as a counselor for at-risk youth. Aunt Clara, the kind stranger who took Emily in, became a beloved grandmother figure to Sophia and Lucas, often baking with them in the kitchen where Emily's mother once worked. By their 10th anniversary, Emily and Ethan stood hand in hand at the opening of the Sophia Hayes Community Center, a sprawling facility offering education, job training, and legal aid to those in need. The center's walls displayed photos of Emily's mother, a testament to her enduring influence. The couple's children, now 7 and 5, cut the ribbon, surrounded by a cheering community. A happy ending. In their quiet moments, Emily and Ethan often sat under the oak tree in their backyard, reminiscent of the one at the orphanage where their friendship began. They reflected on their journey, from 2 kids with uncertain futures to a family that built a legacy of love and justice. Emily, no longer the grieving orphan, had reclaimed her mother's dream and made it her own. Ethan, once a boy without roots, found his purpose in protecting others and building a life with Emily. Their story, born from betrayal and loss, ended in triumph. They proved that with courage, loyalty, and a special ally, even the deepest wounds could heal, and the darkest schemes could be undone. As Sophia and Lucas played nearby, Emily leaned against Ethan, whispering, "We did it for Mom, for us, for them." Ethan kissed her forehead, replying, "And we're just getting started." If you like the story, please support with a thumbs up. One click, but it means a lot to me. Thanks.